It is so warm. Oh, hey, okay. Possesses superhuman strength, the ability of blood, he also has the ability to absorb energy and fire. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's get started. We don't have that many words to read today. I wonder if anybody's going to join. But even if not, we shall still read with as much enthusiasm as always. So, we got Decibels as our author. It's been a while. I think it's been... Has it been exactly 400? Almost. Almost 400 SCPs ago. That's a while back. And I'm pretty sure that's correct too, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, no, it is. 2290. Oh, wait, 2290? Huh. Interesting. Why is it in this part of the list, but not in the other part? Huh. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna double check just to be sure, because now I'm confused. 2290. Yeah, no, Dr. Sumerian. What? And why the hell is... Originally co-authored with and rewritten by... That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so it is rewritten. That's why they co-authored it. But 2246, which is, from the looks of it, not something that they co-written and then got rewritten by somebody else. That was one of the Decibel ones, which was the Phantom who was writing a novel and he's running out of ideas because all of his I think was it that all of his ideas are pretty much like already existent ideas. Yeah, he was like hiding in books as well. Like it's yeah. Is that out yet? That is out. Yeah, it has been out for like 2 months now. Okay. Well, Decibels. I actually really like that one. Now we have your next one called Food Critic. Well, aren't we all? Sometimes we just love ourselves some good food, and sometimes we get some bad food, and we're just like, hey, this shit sucks. At least I don't say it like that. I at least do say like what. Like I say something like, oh, it's a bit bland, maybe like not enough herbs or like spices in it, or it's a bit too salty, overcooked, stuff like that. I never go to the harsh route. But let's see what happens here. Maybe this is Gordon Ramsay as an anomaly. That would be something. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. The current project director will maintain ownership of SB2620's blog on WordPress, as only SB2620 is able to create and delete posts on the blog. Foundation intervention is currently restricted to monitoring of posts and automatic... Okay, I still have some water left. Post filtering of any sensitive information as needed. Should filters be unsuccessful in containing a Class B or high information breach, deletion of the blog and neutralization of SB2620 is authorized. SB2620 is to be kept in a containment locker inside 19. Any requests for testing are to be submitted to a level 3 researcher and are considered low priority. Description: SB2620 is a top-load washing machine with dimensions of 0.7 times 0.7 times 1.1 meters. The front panel features a touchscreen with a menu displaying 4 different sections: Custom, Templates, Reviews, and Settings, as well as Start Wash button. Custom lets a subject customize different options for washing a load, as well as an option to save their settings. Templates display different saved options to use, as well as a default template. Settings allowed a subject to customize the date, time, language, font, and sentience, although all options are unable to be modified. I did read the right title, right? Yeah, I did. I had that happen a couple times where I read the wrong title, and then like then I read the SCP and I'm like thinking to myself like, what does this have to do with the title I just read? But we're good, we're good. When any number of items are loaded into SB2620, the lid is closed and Start Wash is pressed. It will activate and begin to make noise typical of washers, such as water rushing in and the load being thrown around. The lid cannot be opened during the process, and the insides are unable to be examined by any means. When the process is finished, the lid can be opened and all objects placed inside, save for ones SCP-2620 deems inedible, will have disappeared. That's why. Okay, so he's a food critic because he eats clothes. I wonder what his palate is like. Like what is deemed disgusting for this one? I assume any type of clothes that has like, you know, human waste on it, like any like fecal matter or urine. I would say like that's like I would fully understand. I'd be like, yeah, if I was a washing machine, I would also not like that. After indeterminate lengths of time, a notification will appear highlighting the review section. Time varies depending on the size and content of load. The shortest time was 5 minutes, while the longest was 2 hours and 43 minutes. Oh, that must have been like a real, like, they were going at it. You know, the longer it takes to write a review, that usually means that they really didn't like it. Because if you really love it, then all the words will come out, and you have it written down like 10 minutes. If you hate it, you will spend eternity to just write everything you don't like. Accessing reviews will display a blog post reviewing any objects disappear from the load as if consumed by SCP-2620, as well as a picture of said contents. Underneath the review, a link to where the blog can be found is displayed. Addendum B. Below is a selection of experiments carried out to test SCP-2620's properties conducted by researchers Jeffrey Ash and Brian Davis. Experiments include detergent and water except where noted. Okay. All reviews are excerpts only. Full reviews may be provided upon request as needed. So okay, we have experiment 1, date 4/14/2014. Contents: 1 hand-woven green cotton scarf, 2 brand name pairs of knee-high white socks. I feel like he's going to be a little bit posh. Make no mistake, however, it was incredibly negligent. The chefs clearly do not think highly of me. It's one thing to prepare a cared-for appetizer and bring it out on its own. It's even another to serve something obviously store-bought under the guise of an entree. But to combine the two and attempt to pass it off as a meal, does this new establishment lack finesse? I fear if it can't even separate the poor from the passable, what good can it do to continue operating? Oh yeah, because it's a food critic. So he's like coming in and so I'd be like, yeah, no. This restaurant will not lead to anything. Experiment 13. God, this fucking... I need to get rid of this. Like, this is like itchy. Like, there's a tag behind it. I'm not even sure if I need this tag, because like, I don't think it like has the information for washing it on it. But it constantly like, scratches my neck and it just feels itchy. Which is a shame because I like the shirt. Be cool, be nice. Date 4/19/2014. Contents: multicolored wool sweater and 1 pair of hand-woven cotton socks. Water plus shock-proof video camera to record washing cycle and track its location. Recording started before being placed inside SCP-2620. Review: this is not a meal I enjoy all that much. For what it is worth, it was prepared and cooked adequately, certainly more than I can say for previous attempts. The use of colors to differentiate the dish did increase the value, and the diversity is certainly something to praise this time around. However, by the end of the meal I was given some hideous and disgusting foreign object as food, no less. I immediately sent it back to the kitchen, and as I do not want to eat something so revolting. If this experience keeps up, I will refuse to eat here any further. The camera was found upon opening SCP-2620's lid. Though only minor scratches were inflicted, the camera was unable to turn on. Video record on this memory card cuts out the moment SCP-2620 starts the washing cycle. Okay, so you cannot observe. I assume this food critic washing machine prefers silk and high-level cotton. Maybe. Experiment 21. 4/23/2014. 2014. The jacket, a handwritten note saying, "Hello, can you understand this?" Trying to communicate via food. The text itself was nothing special, however, the presentation was slick enough to make it worth consuming. Surely it had cost enough that this place must be suffering in its profit margins. Every business has to start somewhere though. It's obvious enough that the cooks are willing to improve. What you see is what you get, however, which made this as a disappointment. There are no surprises to be had, and while I would rather take a bland meal than a nasty surprise. Of importance, I was passed a note saying, "Hello, can you understand this?" Why, yes, I'm perfectly able to understand this. Obviously, I would not be as capable of a food critic as if I am if I weren't able to speak and understand words. Please do not insult my intelligence like this. Due to the public nature of SCP-2620's blog and its ability to respond to notes given to it, further testing along these lines is forbidden. Yeah, because at the end, like, it's out there. It's out there on the blog, and that will seem weird if, like, somebody's reading... The funny thing is, like, they don't even, like, say... clearly that it's, like, clothes that they're eating. So somebody could be out there like, ooh, some restaurant is really not going well while this washing machine is just shitting on clothes. Experiment 42, 5th, 28th, 14th. 1 wrapped red tomato, 3 leaves of romaine, no detergent or water. Imagine for a moment your server coming over to take your order with him or 2 chefs who have been cooking your meals for you. Imagine placing your order then being spat in the face by all 3 of them. This is what I experienced. Utterly disgusting. Addendum C on the 10th, 5th, 14th, 4 months after testing of SCP-2620 was discontinued. SCP-2620's blog updated with 3 posts spaced out over the following 8 days. Record and video recordings show that no items has been placed in SCP-2620 since testing stopped. It's particularly strange. This is the longest I've gone without eating, yet I don't feel hungry. Certainly I would not mind another meal, even if it was subpar, but gathering the words to speak outside of a critical context is a unique experience. Have I been put aside for now? Well, will it even be required for me to continue blogging? Perhaps I have contributed all I need to contribute to the food world. And, oh, how I've set the food world on fire. My reviews have inspired many a chef, many an establishment to continue growing and preparing nothing but the best. Are there more goals for me to set out and conquer? I've decided the best way for me to continue reaching out to those diligently following my ramblings with food and food culture is to talk about my experiences and my inspiration. There's an avenue for that, is there not? And as long as I find an avenue, I shall continue on. For now, I put aside my passion for food. There's no time to waste, however. Follow me into the future, friends, fans, and family alike. Let us explore new places and tastes together. And this is the moment when the Foundation's like, where did he... What's he doing? Where did he go? Where'd you go? Just, I wish there was like one... I do want to know what he deems really good. Like, I just want him to have this Gordon Ramsay fun, some good fucking food moment, you know? I just want him to have that moment. I assume it's gonna be like some cashmere or some silk, and he's like, oh, now this establishment truly knows what quality food is. You know, just one time, just to see what maybe he doesn't like that at all. Maybe he likes denim, denim jeans. It's like, oh no, we're talking. oh, molto bene. Who knows? Who knows? Did I? I did. Okay, good. What a fun start, though. What a fun start to today's stream.